Titan 4A and Titan 4Bs from this launch pad. In 2000, we started converting it to an Atlas 5 launch pad, and so now we launch our Atlas 5s from here. A little bit of history that has to do with the Mars lander is that we launched Viking 1 and Viking 2 from here in August and September of 1975. Those are two satellites that went out to Mars, and some of the data that they gleaned helped determine where we were going to land the Mars Science Lab. So they were the predecessors to getting to Mars there. In the late 60s, they filmed a movie called Marooned, and they filmed a portion of that here on Complex 41. Gregory Peck was in it. He launched Darren McGavin through the eye of a hurricane to go out and... What's that?
It was David Jansen who went through that.
David Jansen, I'm sorry. To rescue Richard Chamberlain. Gene Hackman was with him in the capsule, but they only had enough air for two people, so he left and Richard Chamberlain came back. We assembled the booster in the vertical integration facility. That steel mobile launcher platform that you see that it's stacked on is what we use to build the booster up. We'll lift the Atlas booster up, set it down, we'll attach solid rocket motors to it if it's that kind of configuration. Then we'll take the Centaur and put it up on top. We'll roll it to the pad, do a tanking test where we fuel the booster fuel, RP1, which is refined kerosene, rocket propellant one, liquid oxidizer for the booster, the liquid oxidizer, liquid hydrogen for the Centaur. We'll do a countdown test just prior to igniting the RD-180 liquid rocket engine. We'll stop, detank the liquid oxygen of the booster, liquid oxygen, liquid hydrogen of the Centaur, and then roll it back to the vertical integration facility with the RP1 on board. Then we'll take the encapsulated payload, place it on top of the Centaur, and then once we do the electrical checkout and make sure that the satellite speaking to a rocket, rocket speaking to the satellite, then we'll roll out to the pad typically a day before launch. We can roll out as few as 14 hours before launch, but we normally do it the day before. So we brought this vehicle out about 8 o'clock this morning. We started the roll and came to the pad. You see four lightning protection towers. They've got catenary lines around them. They actually attract the lightning charge, bring it down into the ground and dissipate it. Okay, any other questions I could answer for you? The payload is in the section just above the American flag up there. The American flag and below.
Right about where the emblem is.
Where the emblem is, that's right.
What is the minimum safe distance during launch?
It depends on each launch on the configuration. This one, the closest anybody can be is 4.5 miles away in the Atlas Space Flight Operations Center. Now, of course, it's going to go down southeast of us, so to the north it's not as great of a distance.
Who's the last man?